Hello! Today I want to share a little bit behind the scene of how I create my vibrant floral digital art. I have my iPad and my stylus here, and usually my process involves keeping an eye out for inspiration as I take strolls through my neighborhood yards or botanical gardens. I watch out for what captures my attention, slows me down, and helps the rest of the world fade away a little bit sometimes. In this example, I took a reference photo of some pink poppies in a demonstration garden. And the first thing I would do is to think about the composition of the piece, which of the blooms I might choose to include in my painting, and how I might want the viewer's eyes to travel across the canvas. Each of my works are involved in many layers. And in this case, there are 10 blooms that were painted, and I can show you an example of how the layers are built up. In this case, I started with the stem and then added each of the petals that have slightly different shades. And that's how one bloom is made. And then I started another one right behind it. And each one takes lots of careful observations, thinking about which petal is in front of the next, how the colors and shades impact each other, and then from there I built the rest of the piece on. And after painting the original blooms, the next thing I would do is to think about what background color I want to complement it with. And oftentimes I would start with the reference photo, and so in this case there is some shade of kind of muted dark green in the background, and if that didn't feel right, then I would go from there and play around with other colors and shades. And for this piece I ended up with this shade of purple. I don't know how well you can see it through all the screens here. And I quite like the feeling that this pink and purple combination gives off. And so I titled this piece, Peace in the Wild.